Hello and welcome to my presentation. My name is Mohammed Taysir, and today I'll talk about quality management methods. Basically, in the current continuous global economical shifts, the higher demand of consumers to get reliable product is considered the main crucial driver for organizations to adopt total quality management, known as TQM principles. Due to globalization and market exposure, and the increasing need for high quality products at affordable costs, several companies utilize quality management measures to control the process and increase profits. Basically, to respond to the customer demand, methods like JIT, lean manufacturing, and ISO 9000, and finally Kaizen were found suitable and effective. To control the defect rate and improve the process, methods like Six Sigma, Lean Six Sigma were the best among all. So here we'll define Six Sigma. What is Six Sigma as a concept? It is a statistical concept that represents how much variation there is in a process relative to consumer specification. Six Sigma value is based on defect per million opportunities, which is known as DPMO. Now, Six Sigma is equivalent to 3.4 DPMO. The variation in the process is so small that the resulting product and services are 99.99966% defect-free. So looking at the amount of variation and effect, here we can see too much variation will cause hard to produce output within consumer specification. So sigma value between 0 and 2, it is hard to produce output within customer specification. Moderate, which is giving an effect for most output meets customer specification. Most outputs meets customer specification between 3 to 5. It is considered as a middle range. Very little, which is virtually all outputs meets customer specification. The sigma value 6, which is considered high. Here we look at the Six Sigma concept. Principles of Six Sigma. The highest attention to the customer. Maximize the benefits to the customer through understanding their needs and establishing the best method to keep them attracted and loyal. Measuring and evaluating the problems, remove any unnecessary activities that do not add value, involve all stakeholders, and finally, creation of responsive ecosystem. Looking at this curve, which is a histogram, we can see the target in the middle. We can see that the customer satisfaction or specification is in this range, so the defects are coming in the other part of the curve. So reducing variability is the key to understanding Six Sigma. Again, here in this slide, we can see this curve, which represents 3 deviations of sigma, 3 process, because 3 standard deviations fit between target and specs. And here, after applying Six Sigma, we can see how much we are approaching to 0 defects. So here, we can look at the history of Six Sigma and where it came from. It has started at Motorola Corporation in the middle of 1980s, when the company discovered that products with a high first pass yield, for example, those that made it through the production process defect-free, rarely failed in actual use, resulting in higher customer satisfaction. After that was popularized by the former of General Electric, the CEO Jack, who committed to achieving Six Sigma capability. And he realized that 12 billion US dollars saving over the 5 years can be achieved. Six Sigma is a quality program that improves your customer experience, lowers your cost, and builds better leaders. So can we ask if Six Sigma is something related to manufacturing or it can be fit for other industries? No, Six Sigma is a good for any business. It has been successful in industries such as banking, retail, software, and medical. And it has been successful in improving process throughout operations, sales, marketing, information technology, finance, customer service, and human resources. Why? Why Six Sigma is important? Because every business suffers from the two key problems that Six Sigma can solve, which is mainly the defects and the delay. Going to Six Sigma methodologies, we can see that it applies for both tools of DMAEC, and this method is used to improve the current capabilities of an existing process. This is by far the most commonly used methodology of Sigma improvement teams. DMADV, the method is used when you need to completely redesign a process, product, or service to meet customer requirement. So DMADV teams are usually staffed by senior management and Six Sigma experts. Kaizen, this is the second method which we are discussing here in this report. Kaizen is originally refers to change for better. It's actually established the belief of generating persistent enhancements, improvements in the process through continuously applying small positive changes in the inputs. And the Kaizen method is based on the concept of having unlimited changes for improvement. So the features of Kaizen are planned control changes toward continual improvement, moving from existing status toward future goals, and gradual accumulative process improvements. Here, this cycle is addressing or simulating Kaizen. The cycle starts from getting the employees employed, gather a list of problems, encourage solutions, then choose an idea, then test that solution. After that, regularly measure and analyze the results. If successful, adopt the solution and then repeat ongoing. So this cycle will make small changes, and at the end, it will keep improving the whole production. So here we can see Kaizen, the solving tools developed by Kaizen method, which is the famous 8 waste tools. So in each process, Kaizen is assuming there's an 8 wastes to be monitored and controlled in order to improve the production. Starting with the defects, it is a waste from a product or service failure to meet customer expectation. Also, there's the transportation, which is the waste time, resources, and cost when unnecessary moving product material. Overproduction, which is a waste from making more production than customers demand. Inventory, which is a waste resulting from excess products and material that are not processed. Waiting, which is also a waste from the time spent waiting for the next process step to occur. And motion, which is a waste time and effort related to unnecessary movements by people. This is generally in any workspace where there's no necessity for extra movements. So extra processing also waste results to more work or higher quality than is required. So we need to put a standard and we need to work within that standard, no need to exceed the standards. Unused talent, which is the 8th waste added recently to Kaizen, which is a waste due to underutilization of people, talent, and skills and knowledge. So here, this is an important factor added to Kaizen, which utilizes the human skills in the process. Here, this is the third method of quality management, which we'll discuss here in this report. So TQM is a total quality management. The theory of TQM is mainly about the entire engagement of quality in all organizational resources, inputs such as processes, products, and people, towards sustainable profits. and the development of new business for the next stages. In simple words, all are responsible for quality improvements. So some of the total quality management strength points are reducing production cost, eliminate the waste, the higher customer satisfaction, improved organization profits, loyal customers, advanced productivity, employee engagement, and morals. Here, these are the 8 elements of TQM. We can look at the strategy or strategic systematic approach, continual improvement, customer focused, total employee involvement, process-centered and integrated system, fact-based decision-making, and communication. So the third method here to be discussed is the QFD, known as Quality Function Development. The goal and objective of this method is through which we can utilize the organization responding to the customer expectation through precise listening to the voice of customers. So this is the basic concept of the method here, the voice of customer. QFD methodology, 7 management and planning tools. The 7 management and planning tools related to QFD is the affinity diagram, the tree diagram, and the interrelation diagram, the matrix diagram, prioritization matrix, the process decision program, and the activity network program. The problem-solving tools used for QFD is being broadly used for product planning. The tools of this method focus on customer response, feedback through surveys, interviews, product specification sheet, market reports related to strategy, and search and other related business plan. So in this methodology, we can see that the input of the method is listening to the customer. So the customer is the one who defines the quality needed for the product. In conclusion, briefly, we can conclude that the managers in each organization, they need to maintain a balance between customer expectation, production quality to be ahead of the other competitors. Six Sigma is considered a great methodology that shifted the understanding of the industry towards more concise monitoring of the processes. However, it was linked to Lean to become Lean Six Sigma, where it improved the other necessary aspects of quality inputs. The other quality method had different streams where they focused on customer satisfaction, expectation, employees' innovative ideas, as this concept was also adopted by JIT, Kanban methods when connected to human touch to become Jidoka. It is responsibility for decision makers to select the sustainable or the suitable methodology required for their business, considering the pros and cons of each method and its effect on the business. Finally, in this slide, I included all the methods of quality which was discussed in this report against the criteria where we can find the Six Sigma goals, objectives in this area. And again, we can see Kaizen, TQM, and quality functional deployment. Others are also addressed here. And again, the business managers or the management of the company should look at the features of each method and decide whatever useful for their business, taking the balance between the cost and the customer satisfaction. Thank you so much for having me in this presentation and looking forward for a new assessments. Thanks, Doctor. Thank you.